The Sugar Bowl, Sumner High School, the Sugar Bowl.
Well, in Washington, sure.
All right.
And there was no qualms.
No qualms, and you hear
But the Paris was a prom.
the parents?
No.
Paris.
One was,
Go ahead.
no, it's just frustrating. We were allowed to go to New Orleans, but not to Paris.
Okay. Well, there was probably, we're getting too famous, I guess. Okay, this is Miss Mary
That's
Conrad.
true.
Okay, Miss Conrad.
I want to say something that I wish it weren't true, but it is. I didn't grow up around here. I grew up south of Topeka in a small town, and it was all white. But my parents were of a different ilk. So like when John Redmond Reservoir was built, and there was the contractor, Zachary, had one African-American worker. He couldn't shop anywhere in Burlington except my parents' store. So you see, I grew up with a whole different ballgame. And then when the reservoir was finished, lots of African-Americans from Kansas City, Topeka, and Wichita came to fish there. And there was only one store in the whole county that they could shop at. That was my parents' store. So you see, I grew up with that prejudice is wrong, right? And so I was almost like I was destined to be the Sumner librarian. And something that Chester doesn't know, he mentioned that before the Sumner Archives room was built, that for years, in fact for over 2 decades, I did Black History exhibits, usually with Sumner, you know, it was Sumner Band, Sumner Theater, Sumner something. And what you don't know, Chester, is just a few years before I retired, I was told by a principal that I had to quit doing those Sumner exhibits in the glass case because he didn't want any outwardly displays of that school in the academy.
Hammers.
So you say, why was Chester Brady? It's prejudice. And it is, I'd hate to say it, but it is still to the core in Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, that's right.
And on the street that I live on and have lived for over 35 years, in the past year, a building was remodeled into a house. And some in the neighborhood just heard a rumor that African Americans were buying that house. And what happened overnight? Great big N words were all over that building.
Oh, wow. Oh, well.
And in the first place, if African Americans had moved in there, well, to buy in that neighborhood, they have to have the money. So, big deal. But in the second place, the rumor was not even true. But for that was 2019, just this last summer, for the N-word to be numerous times over a brick building because someone thought blacks were moving in. I hate to say it, but this is Kansas City, Kansas prejudice to the core. It's still here.
But that's their problem.
And
If
I
they
wish
get
I
close to
knew
me,
what I could do.
I'm gonna do what I
But you have to recognize it's still here.
Okay, let's kind of keep it here.
I know that's right.
We'll
So
always be
it's
thankful.
still that way.
And Bobby
We just
mentioned,
have to love people
Becky,
that
if you
way.
go in that cabinet and see Becky get ready to get on the airplane,
I can get it.
That's her exhibit. She did that one in the hallway. She has a Beckwith on there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we appreciate you all coming,
All right, thank you.
and we do one on Sunday. We'll bring, that's just so much. That will literally blow your
Yeah,
mind.
we're gonna do some, have to do something.
Thank you. Oh, wait, before you leave. Let's quit. Stand up, Jan. Yeah, how many of y'all in here know, I'm gonna call Miss Janet. Miss Janet, I didn't know that much about what she does, but she's probably responsible for that. She's really kind of the impetus why I'm standing up here. Thank you, Janet. Oh, that's you too? Okay, she did it. All right, okay. Thank you, Miss Janet.
And people are afraid to say,
Thank you. For all you do. It goes on and on. You know the style. Whichever one is, don't like me. Tell everybody. I got 6 troubles. Don't like me, whatever they did.